disappointed you couldn't get that BJ fight?
Yeah, the whole thing with BJ is this. I went and trained with him. I never talk about training. I never do these things. That's ridiculous. I went down there. I tried to help him out. I pretended to be someone I was not. And then I came home and I heard some crap talk about this. As far as I'm concerned, I don't care about BJ Penn. He can do whatever the heck he wants. If he ever wants to fight, it's not that hard. I'll fight him at 155 pounds whenever he wants to fight. He challenges me. He literally, when he challenged me, I woke up on a stretcher coming out of knee surgery. He's like, you better come here in March or whenever the hell it was. And I'm like half asleep getting my knee work done. So it's just ridiculous. He says, oh, you fight at 55 pounds, but behind the scenes he says you only fight at 45 pounds. Well, guess what? And now he wants to fight George St. Pierre at 155 pounds. We can fight at 300 pounds on the fucking moon if he wants to, but, accept the real fight. If he wants to fight at 155 pounds, let's fight. If not, then me and BJ can be friends. We can be enemies. I don't care. BJ Penn means zero to me, but I'll fight anybody.
But it's a big name, right?
Yeah, of course. Yes, of course. Of course, he's a two-time champion. He's one of the best fighters ever. I used to really like BJ Penn. I used to think he was cool. I used to like his attitude, the just scrap thing, doing all this other crap. But then he just turned into a baby and started yelling at me about practice. Fuck.
How do you think he'll do against Ricardo Lamas?
I don't know. Ricardo Lamas is really good. So is BJ Penn at sometimes. The fact is, if you come in this ring and you fight and you lose, you fucking lost. Get over it. If you come in the ring and you win, you're happy. You take care of your family. And then you go home and you fight somebody else. You don't talk about practice. You don't call out people for things that don't exist. You don't have to make it all that personal. You just go and you fight. Look at Diaz and McGregor. Those two hated each other. What did they do at the end of the fight? They appreciated each other. They didn't sue nobody. They didn't yell at nobody. They didn't go to Twitter and say someone was greased. They didn't do any of this other stuff. They just went and fought, and they got paid. Why can't we all just accept that? Let's go fight and get paid.
Nick, removed now 6 months from surgery. How does the knee feel after this camp and fighting?
I had no idea how hurt it was. And actually neither did the doctor. We went in there. He's like, your knee's really hurt. He's like, it's going to be about a 3 months thing. He opened that thing up and he said, Nick, you ain't going to be fighting for a long time. They sewed it back up. They fixed it. It took a long time. And rehab was terrible. But overall, now I feel like I got an iron leg. So it feels amazing.
Who do you want next if it's not BJ Penn?
Well, I want BJ Penn. If he wants to fight, yeah, of course. BJ Penn wants to fight. I'm right here.
What happened to the poems?
Man, I got plenty of poems. I got poems all I could write poems all day. The point is, I'm not going to write a poem for a guy that ain't going to fight me. It's really easy to chit-chat, right? You go on Twitter and say, I'll fight anyone whenever I want. Well, when they put the paper in front of your face and you don't sign it, then you won't fight anyone whoever you want. But people don't see that. It's not hard. There's two things that are involved. Number one, if my daughter's being born, I'm probably not going to be fighting. Number two, if I'm hurt, I can't fight. That's it. Otherwise, if you want to sign a paper that says Nik Lentz, I'll kick your ass.